Well, this is the insanity that we deal with in the law sometimes. So, this is a case back from 1963, the case of Doss versus Callas. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I had to do some research on another matter where we're trying to figure out who really is the beneficiary of this life insurance policy. And that was actually something in this case they had to deal with. You can hear or see what it says here. This is a proceeding in a widow's petition for the appointment as trustee of proceeds of decedent's life policies. So the widow, the wife, the surviving spouse, is trying to get her husband's life insurance. Seems pretty simple, right? Well, not so much. We'll get past all the introductory stuff, and here's where it really gets interesting. So what essentially happened was, up here in the yellow, it says, we feel that the provision of this policy setting up the method by which a beneficiary may be designated or changed are for the protection of the insurer, and we do not feel that the technical provisions are placed in the policy to protect the insured against hasty or impetuous action. So what does this all mean? So essentially, this guy, he had a life insurance policy. He put a beneficiary on there. Well, sometime later, he sent something in saying, I want to change the beneficiary to this person. Well, he didn't do it on their form, right? He didn't do it exactly how they said to do it, this insurance company. And so they sent him back a letter and they rejected it. And they said, hey, you can't do it like that. If you want to do it, you have to do it properly on this form. Here's the form. Well, he didn't do it. But what he did do was he put together a will that says, I'm changing the beneficiary on that life insurance to this person. And then he dies. So who gets the proceeds? Who gets the policy? This is where law is so almost ridiculous. The standard law in Arizona is that a will does not control the beneficiary designation of a life insurance policy. It doesn't. You can't in your will say, I'll leave all my life insurance to this person over here, but then the document on file with your insurance policy says it goes to the other person over there. But guess what? That law only applies if the insurance company follows this case. Because here's what this case law is saying. It's saying that the insurance company's internal rules that say, here's how you change your beneficiary form. Those are their rules. They are not the law. Follow me there. Hear that again. The policy itself, the insurance policy, the insurance company has internal rules that say, here's how you change the beneficiary of your life insurance. If you don't follow these rules, we don't have to honor it. Well, when this guy died, somebody notified the insurance company that, hey, there's a will that says he wanted the money to go over to this other person, not the old thing on his beneficiary form that you have. And the insurance company went, oh, shoot. Whoops, I guess there's a dispute over here. So what they did, and arguably what they did wrong, was they filed a court case that said there's a dispute over who gets this money. So we're giving everybody notice, the old beneficiary and the new person under the will, and we're saying you guys go figure it out in court, and we're actually going to just deposit the money with the court and let you guys duke it out. Because they did that, this case law says there's no protection. There's no rule that says their internal policy is the law. It's really screwed up. If the insurance company doesn't follow their own internal policies, then Arizona law says you can change the beneficiary designation almost however you want. So catch this. If the insurance company in this case would have said, well, we don't care that they did it on a will. The way we do it in our business, in our insurance company, is we honor the last policy, the last beneficiary designation that was on file with us, and the last one that was on file with us was that person over there. We're sending them a check. If they would have done that, if they would have strictly followed their own internal policies, then the old person would have got the money. Boom. But because they didn't strictly follow their own internal policies, because when the guy died, they said, oh, wow, there's a dispute. It's unclear. We don't know who to give the money to. We don't know to give it to the old person or the new person under the will. Because they did that, Arizona law then trumps anything on file with them. And Arizona law says that if it's not strictly enforced, the rules at the insurance company, then the decedent's intent should control. So you see that in the second section down here. We feel that the clearly manifested intent of the insured, that was the person who died, should control. Yes. So how do you prove intent? That's where everything comes into play. You look at other documents they drafted, other things they signed. You can even get testimony. I mean, it's now a free game. So can you change your life insurance beneficiary by a will? In Arizona, some circumstances you actually can.